The first step of your journey will have you arriving at the Canadian Forces Leadership and Recruit School in Saint-Jean, Quebec. The Saint-Jean Garrison is a mega complex where all Canadian Armed Forces members can train and actually receive the required skills to make them a soldier. In the first week of your BMQ at the Saint-Jean Garrison, you'll be adjusting to military life and the structured routine that comes with it. You'll go through intake, including medical and fitness screenings to assess any risk for training, and you'll also get all your issued gear from your boots, your work dress, your fighting order, and field kit. Depending on whether you're in the Army, Air Force, or Navy, you actually may receive some specific items as well, which I will not be covering here because they're too niche for me to really care about. Now, once you've acquired all of your kit, you're going to go ahead and get your cubicle ready for daily inspections. These inspections are really just going to be focused on keeping your space in order up to the military standard, as they're trying to teach you all this stuff about discipline, some attention to detail, and just military readiness. Week 2 is all about dress and drill. Drill is going to help you build discipline, teamwork, and efficiency. You'll be starting unarmed, learning commands, marching, and saluting, with your first challenge being 2 3-kilometer rucksack marches, with the point of these being to actually push you and test your endurance through all the discomfort. Week 3 is first aid. That's just kind of what it is. There's really not much to it. You'll be receiving some life-saving skills, learn how to assess injuries, provide basic care, and really work as a team. Week 4 is the weapon handling portion of the BMQ. Through this week, you'll learn how to safely handle, operate, and maintain your assigned weapon. Training starts with basics such as shooting fundamentals, the firing positions, proper safety procedures. You'll also practice in a shooting simulator before moving on to live fire exercises in the following weeks. From now on, you're responsible for securing and maintaining your weapon at all times. Week 4 and Week 5 of BMQ are very similar in the sense you're still working a lot with your weapon. However, the difference is with Week 5 and military skills, you're going to be learning more some technical stuff with regards to your weapon, and also some framework and laws, especially with regards to armed conflict. Some other lessons in this week will also teach you how to read distances and relief on your map, as well as measure angles to optimize your movements and anticipate those of an enemy in a conflict situation. Week 6 is probably the most important week of your training, and the reason for that is due to the admission and facilitation of the Forces Test. The Forces Test is essentially a physical test with 4 components to see if you're able to become the soldier they want you to be. The Force Fitness Test includes 4 main components. That is the 20-meter rushes, the sandbag lift, intermittent loaded shuttles, and a sandbag drag. I would recommend checking out the following website right here, the CFLRS.ca. It gives great information on how to prepare for the force evaluation, as well as actually gives you more videos on what these actually look like and what you're expected to do. The chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear, otherwise known as CBRN, will be the main focus of your 7th week at Saint-Jean. For this week, you're going to have to master various survival techniques in a CBRN environment, including masking, unmasking, drinking with the mask, changing the canister of the mask, and assuming personnel decontamination. Best case scenario, you wouldn't need to use any of this information in week 7, but unfortunately, we live in a dangerous world. Week 8 is field training. Now, through this week, you're going to be taking all the previous other weeks you've experienced, including from week 1 to week 7, and you're going to go ahead and apply that in practice on the field, be that in a hostile environment or a friendly environment. Some key things you can be doing is actually applying the first aid that you've learned, or rules of engagement, or actually knowing your squad tactics, or in this case as Canada, section tactics. So, if you made it this far, you're in your last week of BMQ, graduation. Realistically, your graduation is really only one ceremony, but the whole week is mainly focused on this graduation aspect. Besides the actual ceremony, you will actually go through your final inspections and room clearing. That way you're clearing up your quarters, getting it in top shape for those final inspections, and before departure, just so you can have it out and ready for the next recruits. There may also be some final PT sessions, maybe perhaps an exit interview and some briefings, and you'll also receive your station for when you're going to be, or I guess where you're going to be rather, after you're done your BMQ.